This weekend has been a wacky one, am I right? An overtime thriller between the Bills and the Texans, and the Pats are out at the hands of the Titans. Ay caramba. Could this get any zanier? The Vikings and the Saints, they would up the ante with another thriller in the Big Easy, and the question on everyone's mind was, could Kirk Cousins deliver when the lights were at their brightest? Tied at 3 in the second, Taysom Hill at QB, Alvin Kamara, he gets the flick and the 4-yard score. Then comes the Viking response. Dalvin Cook, he collects the rock and he cashes in for 7 right through the middle. Vikings up 13-10 at the half. They would lead by 10 in the fourth as Drew Brees comes in and he sends a tight spiral and a thank you to Hill for holding down the fort in the top half. Saints down by 3. Will Lutz to force OT. After being put on ice, he unloads something nice, and for the second time on Wildcard Weekend, we go to OT. Kirk Cousins with a chance to silence all the doubters and a lobber to Kyle Rudolph. The Vikings punched their ticket to the divisional round against the Niners, 26-20 the final score. And when Kirk Cousins was asked about his critics that said he couldn't hang in big match situations, this is what he said.
My journey has always been one of, like the book The Dream Giver, when you climb a mountain and you sit there at the top and you look around and you realize there's only more mountains to climb. And so, being a 4th-round pick and kind of working your way up in the league, now you win a playoff game, guess what? You look around and you realize there's more mountains to climb. You want to win another playoff game, you want to get to the Super Bowl someday, you want to win a world championship. So you just keep chasing the next mountain, and there'll always be people, who are going to criticize you, and that's okay.
Hard to not like Kirk Cousins. The Eagles, they found themselves in another wild card game, and this time, no Nick Foles. All eyes were on Carson Wentz, who was making his playoff debut. Could he lead the Birds to the next round? Speaking of Wentz, off the shotgun, he was under pressure, and he is hit hard by Jadeveon Clowney, and he is shook. Take a look at that one more time. I don't know about y'all, but that looks dirty to me. A shot to the back of the head and the whiplash off hitting the turf. Wentz would leave the game, and he would not return, and in comes Josh McCown. Level at 3 at pop. Marshawn Lynch, he gets the handoff, and beast mode is back plowing through secondaries and racking up points. Yes, sir. Seahawks up 10-3 at the half. Russell Wilson wanting some insurance. He fires a bomb to DK Metcalf, who catches the toss like a boss, and he rolls into the scoring turf to make it 17-9. Last chance of the fourth, McCown. He is brought down by Clowney, and that is a wrap as the Eagles, they fall 9-17. Here's what Coach Peterson had to say after the game.
I told him that I really appreciate everybody in that room for how they handled this season, for how they handled themselves, during this game, even as much adversity as we faced all year, to put ourselves in this position to win the NFC East, to have a home playoff game. That I was really proud of the effort all season, even tonight, we'll move on from here.
Onto the ice, and there's the man of the decade. Alex Ovechkin celebrated 10 years as cap of the Caps. Evander Kane on the power play slots the first score of the game for the Sharks. Game level in the second. Kane again doing some damage. He goes far side as he beats Holby. The Sharks are up. You would think that by now the Caps would contain Citizen Kane, but he was everywhere. He nets the hat trick right here, and the fans, they sent him a hat. How appropriate on the hat trick. 4-2, the score, and the Caps, they get to work. Jacob Verana, he goes on to net the first score of the comeback trail. Then Kuznetsov with a kick to TJ Oshie with a whipper to force OT. Now we go to overtime. 2v1, John Carlson to Lars Eller, and bang, comeback complete. The Caps, they win 5-4 in an OT thriller. On the hardwood, the Clippers, they took on, from La La Land, they took on the Knicks. Lou Williams from downtown unloads a tray to level it up at 51 a pop. Then Patrick Beverley kicks it to Paul George, who lines up his crosshairs and nails the sweet swish from downtown. Alrighty, folks, get ready for this next one. Paul George, he drives in, he gets fouled, plops it up over the backboard. How did he do that? Even his teammates can't believe it. Take a look at that one more time. Just another day in the life of Paul George, who's definitely a certified G. But Lou wanted a piece of the action, shaking him like dice deep from the high rent district of downtown. Sweet swish! Lou drops another tray. 131-128 in the dying seconds. Williams again cooking up some magic. He attacks the paint and he sinks a high arching floaty. 32 points on the day. The Clippers, they win 135-132. And according to Jay Glazer, the Cowboys, they've informed Jason Garrett that his services will no longer be required in Dallas. What do y'all think? Who do you think would be the best fit for the Dallas Cowboys? And I want to send a shout out to the Stephen Decatur Wrestling program on winning the Iron Horse Duels. Toughest dual meet tourney in the state of Maryland. Congratulations, boys. And on that note, We'll be right back.